Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Tim. My name is Vinyl, your friendly neighborhood vinyl guy, back again. Been a minute. The usual, right? Busy and stuff like that. But this one's been been on my mind the last few days, and with current events going on, I think it's worthy of talking about. But we are pretty much aware of what's going on in the Ukraine and all the events that are taking place, and it got me thinking about not just the poor people of the Ukraine, but because my heart goes out to all those people that are having to deal with this insane situation. But also there's a lot of people in Russia that are speaking out, and they're just shoving them into a paddy wagon, and it got me thinking, where would this hobby, this thing that we love, be without the protest song, the song that speaks out against some of the injustices that we feel. I mean, some artists, their whole career is that, you think Rage Against the Machine or Public Enemy, and all they do is they talk about that kind of thing. So as a little bit of a small token, a small gesture to my thoughts being with those people in the Ukraine, I pulled some songs, protest or anti-war, and I'm going to share them. Just like I said, there's millions. Well, probably not about millions, but there's a ton. And these are just some that just came to mind initially. But I urge you guys to kind of jump on as well. So first, I have this one from Orchestral Maneuvers into the Dark. This is a single for their song Enola Gay. If you're familiar with the name Enola Gay, this is a UK press. If you're familiar with the name Enola Gay, that was the name of the airplane that carried Little Boy, which was the name for the first atomic bomb drop. So clearly, some very serious connotations with something like that. One that I think a lot of people tend to forget about. Timbuk3's My Future's So Bright I Gotta Wear Shades. This was a kind of a reactionary song to the Cold War and the threat of nuclear war, with the fallout and the bombs being so bright. My future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. Timbuk3 was pretty kind of known for their tongue-in-cheek lyrics, I guess. I mean, and this was a hit, right? This was a big song. Neither one of these would fly in Russia today, possibly get them arrested. King Crimson. I mean, there's a couple on here. The one that came to mind for me was Epitaph. If you think about that song, that's about the aftermath of a Cold War, and we fear that no matter what the outcome is, we'll be crying. Yours Is No Disgrace. It was a big anti-Vietnam song. And that one was a single too. Probably couldn't play this one in Russia. I mean, U2 has had their own big flow of protest songs, right? But the one that came to mind for me was Sunday Bloody Sunday, about all the troubles in Northern Ireland. It's just such an impactful song, and they've done so much, not just for some of the situations in Ireland, but Greenpeace and things like that. And I mean, you can say what you want about Bono, but he does speak out about some of the injustices. Of course, I had to pull Hendrix, and of course, the one that comes to mind when you talk about a protest song from Hendrix is Machine Gun. I mean, literally taking you into the trenches of the Vietnam War and just giving you his take on the sounds, the troubles of it. And of course, I guess it wouldn't be right to even talk about this without mentioning Sting. And I guess this is where it kind of all hit home for me, was that I was thinking, man, just, I'd spun this not too long ago. And I don't know, I guess it was about 6 months ago, I was thinking, I was like, wow, you in the 80s, you really had so much about the Cold War in television and music and books. The Watchmen was there's another great example, right? The Watchmen was all about the Cold War, and the fact that the Doomsday Clock, and after you hear it after a while, and it's like, wow, it really is just a piece of history and time. But now it's like, how poignant is it to ask that I hope the Russians love their children too? So there's millions of like I said, I don't know about millions, but there's tons of protest songs out there, and these are just some of the ones that have been on my mind recently. And I'm sure there's a bunch more, but I think it goes without saying is that right now, I think a lot of our minds are on that situation over there, and just how crazy it's getting, and possibly even how worse it could get. So hopefully everybody's doing well, and just do what we can to not just give positive energy out into the universe, but if you hear of supplies or relief going to that area, if you can, please help. So take care to everybody. I'll be back soon. I don't want to end it on such a quick down one, but it's just stuff that's been on my mind. So anyway, we'll talk soon. Love you all. Peace.